Mathematics 5. I am Teacher Wing. Our topic for today is all about dividing decimals with up to 2 decimal places. I hope you can still remember multiplication and division. Objectives. Divides decimal numbers by decimal up to 2 decimal places. Writes the quotient up to 2 decimal places. Tell the importance of dividing decimals in real-life situations. Yes, it is true that in division, we can apply this in our life. But before we go further, let us do first by answering true or false. This is sort of a review. Number 1, we use subtraction to check division, true or false. That is false. Number 2, there are 7 trees in 21. True or false? That is true. Number 3, in division, we can change the order of the dividend and the divisor. True or false? That is false. Number 4, division is repeated subtraction. True or false? True. Number 5, in 54 divided by 3 was 18. 3 is the divisor. True or false? That is true. Very good. Now, before we go deeper in our topic, in our lesson for today, we are going to first observe some pictures. And I know, and you know, that you were there. Right. First picture. Observe it for 5 seconds. Second picture. Now, as you already see these 2 pictures, let's have to answer the following questions. Number 1, did you ever gone to a wet market in your area? Yeah. Number 2, if you did, what did you see in the marketplace? How did you approach the vendor in the market? Did you use your money wisely in buying? What did you feel while you are in the market? What will be the effect to your health if you can buy rotten vegetables, fruits, and fish? Now, let's do our problem opener. Annalisa bought 17 and 5/10 kilos of fish, and she wanted to give an equal share for her laborers by giving each 1, 2, and 5/10 kilos of fresh fish. How many of her laborers can receive 2 and 5/10 kilos of fish? Right. because it is a problem. There are steps in solving a problem. There are procedures to follow. Number one, what is asked in the problem? Yes, the number of her laborers that can receive 2.5 kilos of fish. Number two, what are the given numbers? 17 and 5/10 kilos of fish bought by Annalisa and 2 and 5/10 kilos to be given to each laborer. Number three, what is the operation to be used? Yes, the operation is division. What is the number sentence? 17 and 5/10 divided by 2 and 5/10 equals n. What is the answer? Right, the answer. Because it is last. When you see a problem, you are going to solve it. You should solve your problem, even your family problem, even your love life problem. You have to solve it. You have to find solution to it. You cannot be happy if you have many problems in your life. Right? Let's proceed. The answer is 7 laborers receive 2 and 5/10 kilos of fish. Now, before we are going to find how did we get 7 laborers to receive 2 and 5/10 kilos of fish. But first we are going to define what is division. You see, division can be applied to our life. Why? When you see, when you have a friend, when you have a sibling, you have a brother, a sister, a nephew, a niece, you have a simple little pan, bread in your life. How can you share with your friends, your brother, your sister? How are you going to share it? Yes, you have to break it. See? That is division. Breaking of a whole to be given equally in small groups. Let us see. Yes. It is an operation in which a number is broken down into smaller equal sized groups of numbers. By in our example, we see a whole bread and you have 3 siblings. How are you going to share it equally? You are going to break it down into 3 equal size. You cannot give a simple flick of a bread. That is not good. See, you are going to give equal size. That is division. Equal size. Each member. That is division. In division, there are 3 parts. Number 1, the number being divided is called the dividend. That is the whole dividend. While the number doing the dividing is called the divisor. And the result of the division is called quotient. Remember that one. There are several symbols of division. can be written in this one. 2 divided by 2 equals n. The other one is fraction form. 2 over 2 equals n. And the third one is the long method form. 2 divided by 2. To check the answer of the division, multiply the quotient and the divisor. If the product is the same as the dividend, then your answer is correct. There are steps in dividing decimals. Step number 1. In dividing decimals by decimals, move the divisor's decimal point to the right to make it a whole number. In short, you should make your divisor a whole number. And how are we going to do that? Move the decimal point to the right. Let us see the figure. Remember the numbers 2 and 5 tenths and 17 and 5 tenths to be read as 17 and 5 tenths divided by 2 and 5 tenths. Now, why is it there are two decimals in our divisor? Because step number 1 is you are going to move the divisor's decimal point to the right. See, look at the arrow. From the center, we are going to move once to the right. So in general, 2 and 5 times become 25. See? We make our divisor a whole number from 2 and 5 tenths to 25. Step number 2. Move the decimal point of the dividend to the right by the same number of decimal places as the divisor. Question. How many movements that we do in our divisor? That is once already. Once. See? From the center to the right, we will move the decimal point once. So therefore, we are going to move the dividend's decimal by 1. See? We move the decimal point to the right once. Step number 3. Divide. So, find the quotient. Okay, remember, in our step number 1, we already moved the decimal to the right. So it becomes 25. And our dividend, the decimal is already being moved. So therefore, it becomes 175. So it reads as 175 divided by 25 equals 7. 7 times 25 equals 175. 175 minus subtracted 175 equals 0. Step number 4. Align the decimal point of the quotient to that of the dividend. So we don't have any more number after 7. So, but in general, we are going to align the decimal point to the quotient 2 of that dividend. Right? we are going to align it. Step number 5. Use multiplication to check your quotient. Multiply the divisor and the quotient. Let us see. This is our divisor, 25, and this is our quotient, 7. So therefore, 25 times 7 equals 175. Is correct. So your quotient is correct. That is how we are going to get our 5 laborers. Therefore, your quotient is correct. Now, let's proceed to our next activity. Application. Group number 1. Solve for the quotient. 1. 10 and 24 hundredths divided by 0 and 8 tenths. Number 2. 4 and 95 hundredths divided by 0 and 20 hundredths. And 3. 32 and 89 hundredths divided by 1 and 3 tenths. So before you are going to report it, you have to make a yell first. I will give you 5 minutes, 1 minute for your problem, and 4 minutes for the practice of your yell. Group 2, solve for the quotient. You are going to display first a song. Group number 3, you are going to dance. The same as group number 1. 1 minute for solving your problem and 4 minutes for practicing your assigned tasks. Very good. Remember, everyone, to divide a decimal by another decimal, you must remember to change the divisor to a whole number by moving the decimal point to the rightmost place. Number 2, move the decimal point in the dividend to as many places as the decimal point in the divisor is moved. Number 3, divide like whole numbers. Lastly, use multiplication in checking the answers. Let us assess what you have learned today. Answer this one in your own. And thank you very much. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.